You think your fragrance isn't working because you bought the wrong bottle. That's almost never the actual problem. The bottle is usually fine. What you're doing with it, that's where things go wrong. There are 7 specific mistakes that kill fragrance performance, and most guys are making at least 3 of them without realizing it. These aren't complicated. They're small habits, the kind you do every time you get ready without thinking. Let's fix them. Mistake number 1, spraying on dry skin. When a fragrance fades fast, the first instinct is to spray more next time. More sprays, longer lasting. It makes sense. It's also not the problem. Fragrance molecules need something to bind to. On dry skin, there's nothing there. They just sit on the surface and evaporate. That's it. That's the whole reason it disappears in 2 hours. The fix is simple. Unscented moisturizer first. Let it absorb. Then spray your fragrance on top. The moisturizer creates a layer the scent can actually hold on to. You'll get noticeably more longevity from the exact same number of sprays, which means the problem was never the fragrance, it was the skin underneath it. Mistake number 2, rubbing your wrists together. Almost everyone does this. Spray the wrists, press them together, rub. It feels like the right thing to do. It's not. The friction generates heat, and that heat burns off the top notes, the part you noticed first, the part that smelled good in the shop, before they've had the chance to develop naturally. So what people actually smell on you is a flatter version of the fragrance, not what it was supposed to be. Fragrance is designed to evolve in layers. The top notes open it, the middle notes carry it, the base is what stays. When you rub your wrists, you're rushing the opening and skipping straight to something that wasn't ready yet. So instead, press lightly or just don't touch them at all. Let it develop at its own pace. It usually takes about 20 minutes to settle into what it's actually going to smell like on you. You've probably been doing this since you first picked up a bottle. Most people have. It looks like you know what you're doing. It's actively working against you. Mistake number 3. Keeping it in the bathroom. This one makes complete sense as a habit. Everything grooming related lives in the bathroom, so the fragrance lives there too. The problem is heat and humidity are the 2 things that degrade fragrance fastest, and the bathroom generates both every single day, every single shower. The damage is quiet and cumulative. You don't notice it happening. You just notice eventually that something smells a bit off or that it doesn't perform the way it used to. Keeping a fragrance in the bathroom is basically slowly cooking it. Congratulations, you've made expensive, invisible, useless soup. Which is fine if you're trying to destroy it, less fine if you paid a reasonable amount of money for it. Move it somewhere cool, dark, and dry. A bedroom shelf works, a drawer works. The box it came in is actually designed for this. It blocks light and keeps the temperature stable. Mistake number 4, over-applying. More fragrance, stronger impression. That's the logic, right? It's backwards. Heavy projection in a close environment, a car, an office, a room, creates olfactory fatigue. The person near you stops actually smelling it and starts experiencing it as overwhelming. This isn't attraction. This is chemical warfare, and you're not winning. The goal is for someone to notice when they're close to you, not before they've arrived. 2 to 3 sprays is almost always enough. If you can still clearly smell yourself 30 to 40 minutes after applying, you've probably gone too far. The people around you noticed about 20 minutes ago. You're not mysterious. You're just the reason someone in the elevator pressed a different floor. Mistake number 5, wrong fragrance for the setting. A fragrance that works well doesn't work well everywhere. That's not a flaw, it's just how they're made. Heat amplifies fragrance. A heavy, rich winter scent in 35-degree heat becomes genuinely difficult to be around. At that point, it's not a fragrance, it's something people are trying to escape from. The same fragrance that's perfect in November is a problem in July. Meanwhile, something light and fresh in cold weather mostly disappears. There's not enough warmth to carry it. So the gym, the office, a date, a winter night out, these all call for something different. Not because the fragrance is bad, but because the environment changes what it does. The simple framework? light and fresh in heat and daytime, heavier and richer in cold and evenings. Match the density of the fragrance to the temperature and context you're walking into. Mistake number 6, judging a fragrance in the first 30 seconds. Spray it, smell it, decide. That's how most people buy fragrance. And it's the worst way to do it. The problem is, what you're smelling in those first 30 seconds is the top notes, the most volatile part of the fragrance, designed to open with something bright and attention-grabbing. They're also the part that disappears fastest, usually within 20 minutes. What you'll actually wear all day is what comes after, the dry down, the middle and base notes. That's the fragrance you've bought, and you've made a decision about it based entirely on the part that won't last. So spray, put it on your wrist, and go do something else for 20 to 30 minutes. Come back to it. That's the fragrance you're actually evaluating. Also, spray on skin, not on paper. The chemistry on paper is completely different. A fragrance that smells off on a test strip might be excellent on you, and the reverse is also true. Mistake number 7. No system behind any of it. This is the one underneath all the others. Most people buy fragrances the way they buy most things. Something caught their attention, it smelled decent in the store, someone recommended it, it was on sale. There's no real framework behind any of the choices. Which means they end up with 3 fragrances that all do the same thing, nothing for the occasions that actually matter, and no clear sense of what role each bottle plays. And without that clarity, all the other mistakes become more likely. You're spraying more because you don't trust what you have. You're buying wrong because you're not sure what you're looking for. You're wearing the heavy winter scent in July because it's what's on your shelf. The fix is 3 questions before any fragrance purchase. What occasion is this for? What season? Does what I already own cover this? If the answer to that last one is yes, you probably don't need it. It sounds basic, but most fragrance collections are built without it. And it's the difference between a shelf full of bottles and a rotation that actually works. There you have it. 7 mistakes, all fixable. Honestly, just start with this. Moisturize before you spray. It's simple, it costs nothing, and you'll notice the difference almost immediately. And that's all. If this changed how you think about fragrance, subscribe. There's more of this coming. See ya!